Ready? All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old USA. Hope everybody's staying nice and toasty this morning. A little bit nicer morning than it was. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. I had to make sure my meters were up and running.
Yeah.
Are we live? Are we finally on the air?
It's been one interesting morning.
I'm telling you, I've been up since 4. It's driving me nuts. Show is brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in beautiful Carlisle, Iowa. That's right, Dick and Danielle and Tracy, they're doing it right. 7 days a week over there, $60 get you a 1 month. Good morning, Clue Patch. How you doing, buddy? Stay warm out there. $60 a month gets you a 12 by 50 assigned spot, secure gates, 24/7 access, security cameras all over the place, and they'll even give you discounts if you get 2 spots. They'll give you a break on that. If you want to fill out an application, just call 515-822-1362, make an appointment, and they will get you going. Good morning, Philip Vanderpool, you deer killer. Philip shot a nice buck yesterday down at the farm, and he got a show done. Good morning, Fishing Dave. Good morning, Arkansas Avenger. How you doing this morning? So, good morning, Dan Anderson. Boy, Facebook Live's hopping this morning, I'm telling you. Hey, we got a fun show for you today. It's just going to be you and me until 8 o'clock. We got some stuff to talk about, and then in the 8 o'clock hour, we have Aaron Martin from Bass Edge is going to be on, and we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that how he got started being a professional bass fisherman, and also how, some of the stuff that he likes to do. And then we'll tell you about Bass Edge podcasts. You can actually listen to that show each what is that, Andrew? That's on Tuesdays, right? Tight Line Tuesdays?
That is correct.
Every Tuesday you can listen to Bass Edge on the Outdoor Call Radio app that we just launched this week. So I'm anxious to introduce you to Aaron Martin when we get into the 8 o'clock hour, and then we got some other stuff to throw at you as well. We got open lines if you want to call in, 244-1350, 244-1350. Good morning, Mark Dorsey down there in Florida. Boy, I bet you're glad you're in Florida there, Mark, because I tell you what. Hey, did you get those YouTube things I sent you? Did you?
I'll get them up here.
Yeah, you play the one I sent you first, and then you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I got something just to describe my hunt yesterday up here in the great Arctic of Iowa. So I just Andrew's a little discombobulated this morning because I've been yelling at him since 4 o'clock. Yeah, so he's a little discombobulated this morning. So. Excuse me, I'm taking a coffee break. That Dunn's Brothers coffee's tasting good this morning. Yeah, I'm really proud of Philip Vanderpool. It's been a season. I tell you what, Philip and I both have been struggling. He shot some nice deer. I shot that nice muley in Montana, and I had 2 shots. I had one here in Iowa and one in Kansas, and I blew them, so I've got nobody to blame but myself. But boy, I tell you what, since then, it's been slim pickings. I know the weather hasn't been cooperating, but the last couple of days is exactly what we needed to get those deer up and moving during the daylight hours. And as much as I don't relish, I like a good 45-degree day. There's just something about a 45-degree day in late October. That Halloween week, I mean, the deer are up and moving. The bucks are chasing does. And it's crisp in the morning, but it's not super cold. There's just something magical about that temp range, to me anyway. And, and then after, we get into late part of November, and it was so unseasonably warm here this season. I mean, a lot of us, the deer went nocturnal, so it kind of messed us up. But, I don't know. It just, how much I love Philip Vanderpool. I let him down there in hunting. He was hunting in the grizzly blinds, in those nice, warm box blinds, and I'm out there suffering in a regular hub blind. That's how much I love Philip Vanderpool, man. He gets to hunt in comfort. Why is the Outdoor Call playing in Thanksgiving show? Because, Ken, those are best ofs. They're not live yet. We're not gonna We were going to move the show live there at the end of January, but we moved it to the end of March now. So it's the outdoor calls on Saturdays on the Outdoor Call radio app. You'll get to hear the Outdoors Call radio show, but they're going to be segments of just past shows until we go live. Because otherwise, I can't do the show live here on 1350 ESPN and on the Outdoor Call radio platform because it won't work. And so we're giving everybody some more. What is that? 12 weeks. We're giving everybody 12 more weeks to make sure they have time to get the apps and to get used to listening to the platform. And then we're going to make the move and go live on Saturday. So we launched the Wednesday show. And the Wednesday show was good. We had biologist Jim Coffey on. The only problem was at the network, they didn't have the right settings set. So when we went to play commercial breaks, Andrew and I could hear them, but everybody listening on the app couldn't hear the commercial breaks. So we got that figured out after the Wednesday drive. That if you don't know what we're talking about, if you go on iTunes, Google Play, or Alexa and go into the stores there, the iTunes App Store or the Google Play Store or the Alexa Skill Store, you can download the Outdoor Call Radio app. That's our new network. And we're doing a brand new show. We just did the first show on Wednesday. It's called the Wednesday Drive, brought to you by the Milo Locker. And so we're going to be doing that every Wednesday at 5 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's a different show than you'll hear on Saturday or my Sunday show in St. Louis. And it was a good show. We had really good content and stuff. It just kind of got a little messed up with the commercial stuff. So, but we got that fixed now. So if you listen next Wednesday, hopefully it'll be a smooth transition for you. So, good morning, Eric. Good to see you. Good morning. Mark says you need to come down and hunt for redfish, snook, and trout. I would love to do that, man. Outdoor Dan live from Crystal River. You know, Mark, I dove Crystal River, Florida. That was the last time I dove Florida. What a great river to go diving in, man. That's why they call it Crystal River. It's so clear. It's like all spring fed. It's just, man, it's a beautiful dive. That was a long time ago. It was probably 25 years ago I did that. That's crazy. Huh? Crazy talk, I tell you, crazy. Did you get that up and loaded?
Yep.
You did. So I'm gonna talk about my hunt the last 2 days. So I'm sitting out there and I got the old ground blind cranking. I got the ozonics running and I'm on a cut cornfield. Now I don't want to say it was super cold, but I'm sitting there about 2 hours in, and I've got the camera running, and I'm waiting for deer to show up. And then out of the corner of the cornfield, I see this guy come strolling out. This is how cold it was.
Here he comes now, the big hand.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Tenderlo. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch.
Yeah, it was snow. It was so cold, the old snow miser came out of the corner of the cornfield and started strutting around, man. I'm telling you, I was freezing. Yeah, I actually got a chance to try it. Oh, my buddy Mark over at Archery Field and Sports sold me some heated battery socks. He goes, man, these things are the bomb. They work for about 3-4 hours. It depends on what setting you go on. But I had it on medium, and I tell you what, my feet did not get cold. I will tell you that. But after about 3 hours, that battery started getting really low. And it happened to shut off right about dark, so it got me through the hunt. But man, I tell you what, my feet or my hands get cold, I'm just done. But the old snow miser, man, I tell you what, it's going to be nicer today. So,
Legal ID.
we got to do a legal ID. You're listening to 1350 ESPN Des Moines. How's that?
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader, a Des Moines radio group station.
There you go. Now Andrew's doing legal IDs in the middle of my summations. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anything else you want to do today?
I'd like to head out early if that's all right.
Get out? You mean get off?
Oh, yeah.
No, not at all. I might actually make you work extra time today. Yeah, that's fine. So hey, we launched the Outdoor Call Radio Network on Monday, and I want to thank all our podcast contributors. We had a lot of good compliments this week. The fishing episodes. We got a lot of good response off of them. Aaron Martin and Jason Mitchell Outdoors. We got a lot of good comments on the cooking segments with Scott Laseth and Hank Shaw. I learned that podcast on Hank. We got a guy, Jonathan Odell, is a small game biologist with the Arizona Game and Fish, and I was so impressed with that podcast. I called Jonathan, and I booked him for the show. We're going to have him on January 22nd. I learned more about squirrels listening to that podcast. If you want to listen to it, you can hear it tomorrow. Sundays are going to be like a recap day, or a potpourri of the week on the outdoor call. So you can actually go and listen tomorrow to that podcast with Hank Shaw. But I learned more about squirrels on that podcast. John Thompson, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Than I have learned in 35 years of hunting. I mean, they covered everything you would ever want to know about the gray squirrels, the fox squirrels. Back in when the folks landed on the East Coast for the first time back in Plymouth Rock. Did you know that gray squirrels were predominantly black? Did you know that? I didn't know that. It was because when the Europeans landed back on Plymouth Rock, the tree canopies were so dense on the eastern side of the states that they were black because they were able to hide from predators. And then as that tree canopy, as they started knocking down trees and making towns and townships and stuff like that, the canopies opened up and the squirrels adapted and became a lighter gray color. I had no clue about that. So I learned a lot. So I can't wait to have Jonathan on there talking about squirrels on the 22nd. I think you'll enjoy that. Really nice guy. So, let's see. Steve. Hey, Stevie. Good morning, man. Steve's in New York. Steve and Johnny Lexus. Johnny Lobster. Going park in the yard with John. I probably should call him that. I don't want him making a call and sending somebody to rough me up a little bit. You know them Johnny Lobster guys. Johnny Lexus. No, Goodfellas. I really Goodfellas. No pun intended.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, Goodfellas. Yeah, Steve and Johnny, man, good guys. They shot some nice deer out there at Triple H. 7:13 and some change. Let me take a real quick break, and we'll pick it up. You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. And then, hey, I got to tell you, I got to tell you when we come back about what we gave away on the platform this week. We'll be right back. Hey, have you heard the news about the great new products from Pine Ridge Archery Products? The makers of the video camera support system,
Good morning, Aaron.
the Cam and the AT5 trail camera have done it again. Introducing the new Pine Ridge Archery line of 250 archery accessories that you will want to get on your bow. This new line includes stabilizers, peep sights, kits.
It was cold last 2 days. It's nice to be inside.
The wrist sling is totally set free and is available in different colors, and this will allow you to tune it to your specific grip. So your hand goes right in the sling without any hang-ups for smoother draws when you're getting ready to shoot your game. These new Nitro products will have you shooting tighter grips
New York Steve
before you know it. Included in these products are tons of colors so you can customize your bow for your favorite college teams like never before. Did I mention all of these products are made in the USA at Pine Ridge Archery's factory in Illinois? That's right.
Good morning, Skippy. Are you down at ATA show, man?
In any weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime.
Good morning, Jay. How are you, bud?
Archery.com.
There's a place in Ankeny that's all about the outdoors, and that place is Sportsman's Warehouse. They provide all lines of hunting and fishing gear at the best prices. You can find gear for deer, turkey, waterfowl, elk, or whatever hunting you're into. New products arrive each week to outfit you better. They have a complete firearms area, providing the finest firearms and ammunition around. Everything from cleaning equipment to reloading can be found at Sportsman's Warehouse. Their fishing department is simply the best.
No TA, huh? Well, I didn't know ATA's going on this week. I figured you'd be down there, buddy.
Sportsman's Warehouse has all you need. From camping to boating to the best clothes and footwear like lacrosse and Danner for the entire family. That's what you'll find at Sportsman's Warehouse. They're located off Highway 35 on Orlabor Road. Open 7 days a week to
Hey,
serve
call
you.
McCoy, see if he answers.
Ask about the seminar series happening every month. Your
Call him, see
hometown
if he
outdoor store should be Sportsman's
Well, we had him on
Warehouse in
Wednesday.
Ankeny.
Hi, my name is
We didn't
Hannah,
have him
and
on
I
Saturday.
like Chick-fil-A nuggets because they are made with love. It's kind of like if you want to go to your grandmother's house for
I was in
dinner.
Kansas.
It's
Did
gonna
I
be
have
a
him
real
on?
home-cooked meal.
I did?
You can't go wrong with it.
I did.
Hey,
Did I?
I'm Maddie, and something
Let's see
I
if
love
he
about
answers.
the Chick-fil-A nuggets
He ain't got nothing to
is
do.
their
He's
cold
always
color.
bugging me.
It lets me know that I'm about to enjoy
He's
something
not
hot
sleeping.
and delicious. It's just comfort food. It feels good to eat.
There you go, John. Congratulations, man.
For their testimonial.
Morning, Duggar. Good to see you, bud.
You probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best tasting sausage, snack, stick, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings.
Good morning, Tom. We're just kind of talking about some stuff this morning. I got fishing reports to do, and then at 8 o'clock, we got Aaron Martin from Bass Edge on. We're going to talk some bass fishing. Morning, Brant. Good to see ya.
Marinades and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain Seasonings also has chili, taco, and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens and grills everywhere. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse, at your favorite grilling retailer, or just go to highmtnjerky.com for recipes or to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling
Probably
meats
sleeping.
taste great.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio.
Good morning, Jim. Good luck.
On Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Happy January 8th to everybody. 2 more days of season left. Got Sunday and Monday. Man, deer season went quick, didn't it? Deer season went quick. So I want to say congrats to Sean DeBeef. I think it's DeBeef or DeBeef. Sean was our first winner on Wednesday on the Wednesday drive. He won a $25 gift certificate to Sportsman's Warehouse. So if you want to learn how to do that, just go ahead and download the Outdoor Call Radio app on iTunes, Google Play, or Alexa, whatever device is fitting to you. And I was over at JLM Guns yesterday, and I had a chance to talk to Dave Bloom. Dave, who he's the owner over there. Dave does gun talk here once a month on the show. And Dave wants to give away a shotgun this year. So I said, well, what are we going to give away? He goes, well, let's give away I think he said an 870, Remington 870 Express. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he said. Now, I was thinking, and you know me, when I start thinking, it's not always a good thing, that maybe we should give away like an ammo box. You know, maybe put some deer slugs in there. You know, everybody's always griping about how they can't find ammo or shotgun shells, right? So maybe I said, Dave, what do you think? What would be a bigger draw for you? Would you rather get a big box of ammo, or would you rather have a shotgun? He goes, I'd rather have the gun. I said, well, since you're giving it away, we'll do the gun. But I don't know. Maybe maybe I'll go do a little hodgepodge thing and put together an ammo box and just buy it and give that away. But we're going to definitely give that away this fall on the Outdoor Call Radio. So you're going to have to get the app if you want to win that shotgun, okay? And just listen to the phrase it pays. Every week it's going to be a different phrase, and then when you hear it, just need to email me your name, phone number, and address, and I'll put you into the drawings, and we draw a winner every week. So pretty cool. We got some really neat stuff coming too. I got game hide certificates coming for $100. We got the Sportsman's Warehouse gift cards. We got the Milo Locker stuff. I've got some Grizzly coolers to give away. We've got broadheads from Slick Trick to give away. We got some fishing gear coming from Pure Crappie. We got some really cool prizes. We got a $2,000 camping package from Camprite. We got a big hunt we're going to be giving away. So we got good stuff. All you got to do is get the app, and we'll tell you what we're giving away, and it's pretty easy. I think you'll be all right. And I think you'll love the content. It's just if someone remembers to play it, plug it in. No, not to mention any names. Not to throw anybody under the bus. Yeah. Not to say somebody forgot to do something. What?
I didn't say anything. I was enjoying that the tire tread over my face.
I told Andrew, I said, you're like my kid. I told him this the other day. He came over to help me do the show on Wednesday. I said, I love you. You're like my kid. And I want to take care of you and make sure you're okay. But I just like this morning, he really was like my kid. I almost grounded him. I almost told him he was in trouble. Ah, crazy. Man, 2 more. I wish I would have had a muzzleloader the day before, because if I did, I would have shot a nice buck. I was out there about 115, 120 yards. Yeah, there's some good bucks running around. And hey, be careful this week if you're out. Why does that clock say 3:18? Did you just notice that?
Yeah, that clock has been off for a little while.
Yeah, I just looked up there. I said 3:18. We've been on the air that long? The bucks are already starting to drop their antlers, so just make sure before you shoot, if you're out there doe hunting, make sure you glass and check the top of their heads just to make sure it's not a big buck you're out there dropping. Because I've already seen several bucks that have already dropped their antlers already. They're dropping early this year, so just be careful with that. Okay. Just be careful with that. Jeff, what are they doing over in Illinois? They still got their headgear on, or are they starting to drop over there? I would imagine if they're dropping in Iowa, they're probably dropping all over the place. So let's see what else. Sponsor of the week is Sportsman's Warehouse. I tell you what, I'm going to take the first 2 callers right now. We got to qualify 2 people for that Lost Creek Fishing Shack. That from Sportsman's Warehouse, courtesy of all Jake and all the gang over there. Whoever wins that's going to get that ice shelter, and they're going to get a brand new fishing ice rod and reel. So that's a nice price. So with 244-1350, just make sure you haven't entered yet. One entry per household, and you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. Okay. But if you want to call in 244-1350, Andrew will get you qualified for that fishing shack. All right, let's see. Andrew, I'm 3 years from retirement and now 2 steps closer from taking your job. Keep it up, buddy. Ooh, you're getting threats now on Facebook Live, Andrew. Yeah, I don't know if Jeff could put up with me. Andrew puts up with me. So he does so. Oh, let's see. Yep, I've been seeing deer out in the fields probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock is about the latest. Then they start pouring out in those cut cornfields. If you got cut corn, that's where I would be sitting at, because that's where the deer are going to be. Standing beans, if you got standing beans, they're going to be out there too. But that corn, to me, seems to be holding more deer from what I've been seeing. So. Now, let's see. Told you about the new show, the Wednesday Drive at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays on the new Outdoor Call Radio Network. Told you about the shotgun. Thanks to Dave over at JLM for giving us a shotgun to give away. I'm excited about it. Saw a buck 2 days ago with one side. Yeah, they're dropping. Yeah, they are dropping antlers. So, I think we're ready for fishing, huh? We'll give fishing report. Let's see. Tell you what, I'm going to wait till Andrew, he's taking winners, getting people qualified for the ice shack. Well, he's trying to. Apparently, somebody's got a bad cell. There you go. He's got him. Let's see here. I told you about that. Oh, I talked to Speed over at Cookie's Barbecue Sauce yesterday. He's in Arizona. He's doing a little barbecue maintenance out in Arizona, trying to teach the people in Arizona how to smoke and grill. And he's got some new stuff he wants to talk about. So if you're a cookies fanatic, if you like the flavor enhancer, and if you love the sauce, stay tuned for some new stuff coming out. Probably be right before spring. He's got some new stuff coming out. So any pheasants out there? There's a lot of pheasants where I'm hunting, Jeff. Are you not seeing pheasants? I've been seeing. I had a pheasant walk underneath my stand, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Tuesday, Wednesday, probably I think it was Thursday. Walked right underneath me. I could have smoked him, you know. I've been seeing pheasants all year. I mean, I think our pheasants are doing pretty good. I haven't seen any quail. And I usually hear some bob whites and stuff out at the one place I hunt, but this year I haven't. I don't know if they moved to a different spot or if the hawks got them or what, but there was a couple of good-sized coveys out where I was hunting at. Just a few, huh? Just a few. But now the pheasants are pretty thick where I'm at, so that's a good thing. It really is. All right, it is 7:26 and some change. Did you get your qualifiers there, Donut Boy? You did? Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, I'm going to do the fishing reports brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Need t-shirts for your school?
Yeah, Brad, I think it's just wherever you're at, man. Where I'm at, I got pheasants all over the place. So I'm hearing them cackling all the time. But I'm hunting on corn. I got some standing corn still, and I think that's, they're in that corn pretty heavy right now.
Prices and always satisfaction guaranteed. Start creating your t-shirts now.
Oh, what a day.
515-223-4422. That's 515-223-4422.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera.
You guys see that?
The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you.
Tom says there's plenty of pheasants up in Marshall County. There you go.
Cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras.
Did you get
with Reveal,
you got 2 qualifiers?
Those issues are gone. Yeah. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans.
You guys see that Coyote Tacticam video I put on Facebook? I thought that was pretty good. I'll tell you what, that Tacticam scope mount, man, that thing's awesome. You can film right through your scope. That's awesome. What a great way to film your hunt.
Gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com.
Good morning, Wolfie. How are you, bud? Good to see you down there in Kansas.
Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility carts as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf carts in all types of price ranges. Available with
got the OLED playing.
We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cars. Let the folks at Speed's handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet?
I'm almost done bow hunting, buddy. I got a couple more days. Then I'll need a week to recover.
Franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over.
Tell you what, man, I've been dragging this last week.
Not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area outside.
Yeah, I saw that.
Be set up to keep your pet out of
mountain
areas
lion.
In your home. The Pen Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pen Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home.
Good morning, Bill. Happy New Year.
975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Let's talk about a story. An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. It's time for the Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Report. Arrowhead Lake is reporting 7 inches of ice near the boat ramp. Blackhawk Lake is 8 inches up by the Ice House Point ramp. Black crappie are good, gills are good, yellow perch are fair. Let's see, Brushy Creek, black crappie bite is good there, gills are fair, yellow perch are fair. Catching them on small tube jigs and minnows. Storm Lake, bluegill bite is fair, yellow perch are reporting up to 6 to 9 inches of ice in some areas, thinner ice, or even open patches near the Big Island and Stony Point, so be careful out there. Upper Pine Lake is reporting 6 inches. Aerating systems are running at Clear Lake, Crystal Lake, Rice Lake, and Silver Lake, so make sure you avoid those areas. East Okoboji Lake, the lake is fully iced with an average of 10 plus inches of ice, allowing for safe ATV traffic. Most areas, the crappie bite is good, gills are good. Ingram Lake, most areas have 10 inches of ice there. Gills and crappie are good there. Lost Island Lake is reporting an average of 10 inches. Yellow perch bite is fair, but some sorting may be needed. Lake Minnewassada, the panfish and crappie bite has been fairly good with the recent onset of ice. The bite is good enough to live bait hasn't been needed to be successful. They're looking at 12 inches of ice, average ice thickness there. Black crappie are fair, gills are fair, and pumpkin seeds are fair. Big Creek, as of January 5th, has 6 inches of ice at the boat ramp. Crappie bite is fair. You want to look over brush piles in the road beds in the middle part of the lake using glow jigs with waxworms or live minnows. The gill bite is good as well. 3 Mile Lake, geese are keeping an area of the open on the south end of the lake, but there are some 3 to 6 inch areas of ice. Just be careful. You might have to sort to find some good fish. But just be careful when you get down there. So there's your fishing report for the day, brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. Just be careful out there on that ice. I was talking to my buddy Gary up in Minnesota, and they're driving their trucks. They've got their ice villages out there. They sent me a video the other night of Lake Winnie, and it looked like a city. All these lights out on the ice. It looked like you were going up into Ankeny. I mean, it was all lit up. It was crazy. But that's what they do up there. Hard water fishing, man. They live for that up there. And those ice shacks, it's not like Grumpy Old Man. Those things got satellite TVs in them. They got fireplaces. I mean, some of them things are nicer than my house. It's amazing with some of the stuff they're doing up there. So, big RV show is going to be February 3rd through the 6th. If you're in the mood for an RV, if you've been looking for something, give Imperial Rv a call. They're going to have that big show February 3rd through the 6th with some special deals going on. Zach and Denise always have some good stuff going on when they have their big sales. And don't forget, if you show them the Outdoor Call Radio app, you can use your Outdoors Dan rewards. You get 10% off your purchase for your parts and accessories with just showing them the app. That's all you got to do. Good morning, Roger. How you doing up there in New York, buddy? I hope you're staying warm up there. Good to see you. Good to see you. So let's see. I told you about that. So who's heard about the big kitty cat in Ankeny running around? Huh? I had a couple emails this week about some people having trouble with a cougar. And I simply said, well, just ignore her. She'll, if you don't have a lot of money, she'll leave you alone. Wow. Now, apparently they had a mountain lion, a confirmed mountain lion sighting in Ankeny. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about cougars anymore because I'm old. I'm not cougar bait anymore. So.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. Yeah, so no more cougars problems with me, but apparently a mountain lion. It's just like, okay, what are you gonna do? Or do we have to sit out here? Do I have to worry about my dog? I email people back. Those cats they can range 40 to 50 miles in a day, and I mean their territory is huge, and usually they're young toms or females that have gotten kicked out of another territory by an older cat that it's already have that territory dominated. And just because you see a mountain lion today doesn't mean that that cat's going to be around. He could be 30, 40 miles down the road. So, rim shot, Andrew. You missed it. Rim shot it. And boy, Jeff Duggar's on you today, man. He's on you. Man. He's on you. So I was supposed to go to the dentist on Wednesday. I was supposed to go see Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, but I was going hunting, so I had to call and tell him I haven't got my deer yet, and I had to cancel and reschedule my appointment. And you know, if you've never been to Advanced Family Dentistry, Andrew, do you have that other YouTube thing loaded? You do. If you haven't been to Advanced Family Dentistry, this is some of the things that you'll actually hear when you go to Advanced Family Dentistry at Dr. Yagi, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Brandt, and Dr. Williams' office.
Hey, Susie Q, what's cooking?
Is that the one I sent you?
Whiter than no. My teeth aren't new, but my toothpaste is new Pepsodent. Get with it, kids. New package, new flavor, new formula, too, means brighter smiles for me and you.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. New formula with IMP gets teeth much whiter. You can see. It cleans the stains and film away, while Irium fights tooth decay. You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. The taste is new.
All right, thanks. I don't know if you're going to hear anybody whistling or calling anybody Susie Q. Is that really what I sent you? It was supposed to be a different commercial, but that's a Pepsodent commercial from like the 1940s. But anyway, they're going to tell you about how to keep your teeth from being yellow at Advanced Family Dentistry. And I don't know what irium is. It sounds like something radioactive, doesn't it? It's like, I don't know if I really want something called irium in my toothpaste.
Well, if you don't want a spider to bite you, you can become Spider-Man in many different ways.
I guess. I'm telling you, man. Those old Pepsi commercials are hilarious. So, but hey, Dr. Yagi, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Brandt, and Dr. Williams will take great care of you. They can help you with cleanings, cavities, root canals, Invisalign. Help you with the smile you always wanted there. They can help you with the wisdom teeth issues and even help you with cosmetic dentistry. Over there at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. You can call them at 964-1490 or anytime at ankenysmiles.com. They had one that had, it was like some Native Americans in a canoe. And it's like, I don't know if I should play that one because somebody's probably going to get offended. Hey, let me ask you a question. I was thinking about this in a deer blind. This is how froze and bored I was the other night. So I'm sitting there going, you know, how can people have debate teams or debate classes anymore? Because you can't criticize or you can't argue with anybody anymore because they get offended so easily. So our debate stuff is anybody ever gotten sued for losing a debate because they got their feelings hurt? I'm just wondering, has that ever happened? Well, you're insensitive. You hurt my feelings. I'm suing you. Because I see that for everything else out there. I'm just wondering if that ever happened. Jeff's quoting the Three Stooges. Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard. It's sad that I know that, Jeff, to be honest with you. It's sad. It's sad that I know that, man. All right. I just don't feel like taking a break yet. Do you? And what are you so quiet over there for today? You tired?
I'm letting you talk.
Well, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm talked out.
Oh, you don't want to talk, huh?
Morning, Ben. Boy, Ben's there from just Spurs Up calls. Spurs Up custom calls. If you're not familiar with Spurs Up custom calls, you need to go to the Outdoor Call Radio Network and listen. Those guys' podcast is on Mondays, I believe, and you should listen to their podcast. They got some. John does a great job, and Ben is probably one of the best custom turkey calling manufacturers I've ever seen. It's amazing with some of the stuff, and we're going to be giving away some Spurs Up calls packages here pretty soon. So you're going to get a wagon wheel, pot call or friction call, and you're going to get a custom-made box call in these boxes. And I'm telling you what, you're going to treasure these calls. I don't know about you, but I collect calls. I collect knives and calls. Those are two things that I'm a pack rat on. Jenny gives me trouble all the time. She goes, "How many of those do you need?" I said, "As many as I can get." But the stuff that Ben makes that spurs up calls, these things are very, very collectible. But the soundboards on these things are amazing. I can't wait for you to hear them, man. You're gonna be really, really impressed. So good morning, Ben. Tell everybody I said hi, please. The Iowa Deer Classic. We got Iowa Deer Classic coming. We're gonna have tickets. I should have tickets next week, so we'll start giving out some tickets for the Iowa Deer Classic. Are you excited? I'm excited. That'll be here before you know it. Andrew's gonna have to work all weekend. You ready for that? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
I'll do my best.
No, there's no best. You already said you were doing it. I already got the booth. Yeah. He said his best. What? See, it's just like my kid. Dan, are you going to cut the grass? Well, I'll do my best, Dad. What is with your...
Who says cut the grass anymore?
Huh?
It's mow the lawn.
It's cut the grass,
It's
man.
mow the lawn.
It's cut the grass. Yeah.
He's got when you lived in the 1960s, sure.
Yeah. Well, I was in the 60s. I was 4 years old in the 60s. Yeah. Mow the lawn. Cut the grass, mow the lawn. What's the difference? 7:42 and some change. Let me take a real quick break, and I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Yeah, there's some truth to that, Aaron. Boy, I had to hold the flashlight for my dad a couple times. Yeah, I still got scars.
I'd like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on...
You do have that first weekend of March logged off, right?
Did you know
For the
Hunting in
Classic?
Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state?
I'll be in there with you.
Tags and permits every year so they can
I don't know. I'll get the 5 to 9, maybe.
gas stations, convenience stores,
You got to work Friday?
all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving
Well, I mean, Friday night, if you get there at 6, it's not that big a deal. Saturday is when I'm going to need you after the show, because I'm going to do the show live there. So after you get off the air, I'll just have you come over. Saturday is where I'm going to need you the most.
Please go check out their website at
Jenny.
huntingworksforiowa.com.
Huh?
I'm gonna do Saturday for sure. That's
And then Sunday, I'll come out there
for any
Sunday
task?
just to help.
Well, if you used the original work sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you
Actually, if you want, you could just do Saturday and Sunday if you want.
designed to sharpen every knife
Friday, I
alone
should be all right.
by using changeable, flexible
But
abrasive
we got
The
stool
sharpening system
chairs
is able to sharpen a variety
and
of
everything.
knives, including
Good morning,
curved,
Wade. Good to
serrated
see you, buddy.
knives, pronto blades, fillet knives,
Andrew is
cut
just
hooks,
digging that
axes, and
unemployment
even
hole
kitchen
deeper.
knives. The work sharp knife and tool sharpener
He's
does
after
include
your job,
precision
man.
angled sharpening guides and flexible abrasive
Well, he
belts
lives in
to
Illinois.
ensure the
He ain't gonna.
proper
How's he gonna do
angle
that?
every time. Each work sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned
He's
and
gonna be
operated company.
retired. And
Customer service is always
you
a
got
call
time.
away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the work sharp knife and tool sharpeners
Oh,
or the
what's the
work
temp
sharp
gonna
guided
be
field sharpener
today?
at a store near you, or anytime at worksharptools.com. That's worksharptools.com.
And the high today is 33.
Tried a slick trick? Slick tricks
That's
are
better
one of the
than
most accurate
10.
and deadliest broadheads on the market. No matter which
But then it's
slick
going to
trick
get cold
model you
again.
choose,
22 and
the
18.
Raptor
That's
trick,
still
the
better
Viper
than
trick,
10.
the
I'll
Magnum,
take that.
The Wicked Trick, the Grizz Trick 2, or the standard slick trick. They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your
Heat wave, you know it, buddy.
mechanical fan. The Raptor trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge.
That's really what I sent you? Those two
cutting
YouTubes?
diameter and deadly accurate flight. Bow hunters need gear that they can depend on 100%
Is
of
there?
the time.
Off that YouTube I sent you?
That shot. Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery.
For more information, go online.
Because the one I sent you, they didn't whistle. It was
This
just,
year,
it
trick 'em with
was,
Slick Trick
I don't remember
broadheads
now.
and tag your game. Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do
Google
yourself a favor and
the
swing by
Hams
and
beer
support your
commercial.
local co-op or farm supply store
Hams,
and ask for
H-A-M-S.
Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Every spring it happens. You can't wait to hear those first gobbles. The trick to getting him is sounding as sweet as that handwritten.
There's Spurs Up calls.
Have you heard of Spurs Up Calls? Spurs Up is a call company right here in the USA. Spurs Up crafts each beautiful cherry, walnut, or zebra wood call by hand. Their single wagon design has one friction
says what?
To want to run just one sound. Our double and mini
The
wagon
Hams beer
designs offer
commercial?
2 surfaces for you to run, including glass, slate, crystal, copper, or aluminum. These calls go from
Play that
excited yelp and cuts
Yeah.
to contentment calls like burrs in a split second. Each call we make is crafted to a different pitch sound. The single and double wagon wheels have a great rasp sound. The mini wagon calls have a higher raspy pitch. And their little lady walnut box call is
was
what
there 2
you'll
of
want
them?
in your arsenal. Spurs Up Calls is a family call business that knows the little things make the difference.
Is that one real scratchy?
SpursUpCalls.com. Spurs Up Calls, family owned and hunter friendly.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope you're staying warm out there in the good old US of A. So, how many of you, my wife just texted me, and my wife has always given me trouble because I call the refrigerator something different than a refrigerator. I call it an icebox. And she goes laughing out loud. Tell Andrew about how you call the refrigerator an icebox. I'm sorry. I grew up with my grandparents and my mom and dad calling it an icebox.
An icebox?
An icebox.
Icebox.
Well, back in the 40s,
back in the 40s, nobody called it an icebox.
Yeah, they did. They used to have ice. That's how it stayed cold. They would put ice on the top of it to keep it cold. That's why it was called an icebox. But I've always called them an icebox.
Your vernacular hasn't changed since the 60s.
I'm sorry. That's just what I was that's how I was brought up around that. But my wife goes, how old are you? The refrigerator, not an icebox.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll just, you
Cut
know what?
the lawn,
Some things should just not change.
And some things should.
Some things, change is not always good, is what I'm saying. Now, how many of you remember this thing? I'm going to have Andrew play something. I remember listening to this with my grandfather all the time. How many of you remember this?
This is the land of sky blue waters, land of cool enchantment. Listen.
From the land of sky blue waters, from the land of pines, lofty balsams, comes the very refreshing, hands are very refreshing.
Hams. Yeah.
Remember Ham's beer with the bear? Now some people are saying that's not cool. They're saying it's insensitive. What is wrong with people? Lighten up, man. I'm sorry. It's a bear. It's a cartoon bear. You know? So they got some tum-tums playing. Who cares? You know? If I got offended by every little thing, boy, would I have a list. I'm telling you. Oh, I got a text. This isn't good. Oh, what did I do now? Okay. All right. There you go. You don't even remember Ham's beer, do you?
No, I can't say that I have.
No, it was my grandpa used to have that. Do you say horseless carriages for cars? No, Fish and Dave. I don't call a car a horseless carriage.
Let's be honest.
I was never brought up with that in my vernacular.
Oh, don't fib now.
Hey, my grandma used to say, go to the ice box and get me this. Go to the ice box and get me that. It just kind of stuck, you know?
Because your grandma lived up in a different time.
Well, she grew up in the Depression, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Tough times.
Yeah, tough times back then, man. And they were happy to have an ice in the ice box back then. Hams, Tony Sowers goes, hams. Yeah, that's hams, Tony. That's hams.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Hams. I don't know. I just, I think people just need to start laughing and not taking things too seriously anymore.
You should do more of your top 10 lists.
Top 10 things to get offended or what?
Or our top, well, we should.
Well, we already did the top things never to say to your wife.
Oh, we should revisit
I'm still in trouble for that one.
You got to revisit that one.
Yeah, that was with Dr. Don. Yeah. That's no vernacular. It's a derby. More Stooges. Yeah, no, that's all my vernacular.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, look at the wax.
I don't know why you didn't go into that profession.
What?
You could be a kid's cartoonist or something.
Yeah. When I was listening, this morning, we got Flea Farm has hams. Do they really, Brant? They got hams beer? Wow, I didn't even know they still made hams beer. Wow.
Well, so much for you paying attention.
Yeah. That was, I don't know. I like that, and what's the one from Grumpy Old Men? Schlitz? Is it? No, Schmitz.
Ah, yeah,
Schmitz. I don't know if they make Schmitz beer anymore either. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge drinker anyway, but I don't mind a beer now and then or whiskey sour. But I mean, I remember Ham's beer because that's all my grandfather drank was Ham's beer. We'd be out there barbecuing in the pit. He'd be making ribs and I know this sounds really gross, and I'm sorry, but they're really good. Pork's the nose of a pig. Pork snoot. We used to have pork snoot sandwiches, and it's like a pork rind, but barbecued. I'm just telling you what. I know it sounds totally redneck and everything else, but they're good. But I love my childhood, man. My grandpa and my dad would be out there with the Ham's beer, putting it in the barbecue sauce, stirring it in, and putting it on the ribs and the chicken on the barbecue pit or the spit. They called it the spit.
Yeah, they still call it that in a lot of barbecue circles nowadays.
The spit.
The spit.
Yeah. But man, they'd be out there, and boy, I tell you what, you could smell that a mile away. I'd be down at the lake fishing. This is when I was like 6 or 7 years old, man. I'd be so hungry by the time I got up the hill, and boy, that was. I thank God for growing up when I did. I really do. Good morning, John. Good to see you, buddy. Smiths and Schaefer's are still made. Thanks, Brant. Brant's up on the beer, man, and so is Jim Harnick. He says yes, they make Smith beer. That's the Grumpy Old Men beer. That's what you see them drinking on Grumpy Old Men. I got to get some of that. Just to have a Grumpy Old Man beer once in a while, Snoots and thick-cut pork sticks are popular in St. Louis. See, Brett, that's where I grew up, But I'm telling you, man, those pork snoot sandwiches are the bomb. I don't think Speed's ever had one of them. I got to get one of them and have.
Really?
Yeah, I think he would enjoy that.
Oh man, I thought he would have had that twice by now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if a lot of people in Iowa ever had those, but I mean, it's definitely a St. Louis thing. It's like toasted ravioli. Toasted ravioli is a huge St. Louis thing, and the ravioli that you get up here is nothing like you get in St. Louis. If you ever go down to St. Louis, you got to get yourself some homemade fresh toasted ravioli. I promise you, you're gonna fall in love with it if you ever do. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, I've had some of that.
There's only a couple things I really miss about back home. One is the toasted ravioli. I miss going to the St. Louis Blues hockey games, and I miss going to Cardinal games once in a while. Not so much as the hockey. I really love the hockey, but I miss Stephanie's pizza. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, But Stefanina's Pizza or Emo's Pizza in St. Louis is way better than what we got up here. I'm a pizza snob. So, have you been down to St. Louis at all?
I've been down to St. Louis. That's why I've had toasted ravioli.
And now, is that not awesome?
It is. I think it's one of the. I wish I could take it with me.
Yeah.
And bring it back up.
See,
here.
Brant's on it, man. Ravioli and Provel cheese on pizza. You got it, man. He knows what I'm talking about right there. He does. I'm just telling you. And I'm not trying to listen. There's some nice pizza places here in town. There is. Something Italian in the Skywalk. If Louis, I don't even know if Louis is still open or not. He had really good pizza. I really enjoyed Louis' pizza. But man, I've had some okay pizza, and then I've had some that was just not good. So, but I'm a snob. I openly admit it. Pizza, I'm a snob. So, venison. Now, homemade venison pizza with some provolone cheese and mushrooms, some ground venison. That's really good. For homemade. So,
never had that before.
You never had that? Well, maybe if you're nice and don't forget to do things, maybe we'll cook you one sometime.
Oh, there's the bus again.
A little dig right there.
There's the bus again.
Yeah, little diggy. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Gosh, is it the hour's already over?
It's getting close, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, we will have Iowa Deer Classic tickets soon. So, thanks, man. I'm working on now, and I'm starving. Sorry, John.
John, that's what I deal with every single morning. Every single Saturday morning, Dan has to come up with something to make me starve, and I have to wait 2 hours to get anything.
Jenny just Dr. Don me. I just got a text. Turn the page on you.
Yeah.
Turn the page, Dan.
And your vernacular.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's pretty smart. Listen to her.
Oh, she loves you. It's her, you and the dog, man. I have not a prayer when it comes to you and the dog. She loves both of you. I can't win. I can't win at all. All right, we'll be back with Aaron Martin from Bass Edge. All my fishing fanatics, get ready to talk some bass fishing when we come back right here on 1350 ESPN. Dave says he listens to the show just to hear you. Well, that's nice, Dave. Hear you. I tell my L&L guy that. How about that?
In these times when a lot of us are working from
breakfast,
home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed, off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent.
Camprite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing, great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make adventures not only comfortable, but also carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime on the web at camprite.com. That's camprite with a K.com.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Waukee? There's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few.
You figure
Central
they'd have
Standard
some more
Restaurant
Ranger
features
ones
a
or
large
something.
menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like Mom and Dad had back in their day. Cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard Restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic
Jeff said the Marlboro Man.
relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much, it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast University in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere. Central Standard Restaurant, the perfect place to fill your tank when you're hungry.
KRNT Des Moines, 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines Sports Leader, a Des Moines Radio Group station.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. And Jeff said the Marlboro Man. I remember them. He was awesome. Yeah, absolutely. The fine folks at Elite Archery, where you can take the shootability challenge and check out that new Envision, the new Basin, or the Terrain. You can go to your nearest Elite dealer to do that, Archery Field and Sports, or the fine folks over at Sportsman's Warehouse. They both carry Elite Archery gear, and you can check that out. That new Envision is pretty sweet. It's a really, really nice bow that they've engineered. They made the riser longer. They got brand new wider limb pockets, 2.0 on the set technology. And it's easier to tune than ever before. I can't wait to get mine. I should be getting mine any day. I'll tell you how I like it when I get it. But Larry's been shooting everything under the sun with it this fall. He's done really good. You're not getting Aaron? You sure? Yeah. What number did you call the number I gave you? Yeah. Let me see here. Hang on. I'm gonna go Aaron. Let me see what you did. $5257. I'm sorry, 5727. 422-5727.
Man. See, I get.
Just get the guest on the phone.
Give me the wrong number.
Well, I didn't give you the wrong number.
I called some poor soul that has no idea that they were going to get a call at 8 in the morning.
Andrew's going to get hate mail. Yeah. You better hurry up. You don't want to keep the fishing guy waiting. He's got fish to catch. So, you remember the old Evan Rude commercials from the 60s? Those were good. Speaking of old things. I think it was Evan Rude. I'm pretty sure it was Evan Rude. Oh man, he actually established communication. How about that? I'm proud of him. Alrighty. I'm just waiting on Andrew. We're just patiently waiting. Patiently waiting.
You have no patience.
I'm just sitting there talking to the folks. You get him on?
Yeah.
All right, let's head over to the phones and say hi to the host of Bass Edge, Mr. Aaron Martin. How you doing, pal?
Hey, wonderful, Dan. How are you?
I'm just fine. We're talking about old commercials and hey, what did you call a refrigerator back 25 years ago? Did you ever call it an icebox?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm showing my age.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm getting ridiculed up here because I still call it a nice box, and they're calling me they say I'm old.
What a dope.
Yeah, well,
What a
my
maroon.
daughters constantly remind me that I'm struggling to stay relative. So.
Yeah, that's all right. See, you and I grew up at a great age, man.
That's right. That's right.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
I'm just glad it's behind us, though.
No, I want to go. I'd like to go back myself. I think things were better back in the 60s and 70s. I mean, who wouldn't want to go out and throw a frisbee and watch Brady Bunch all day, you know?
That's right.
And
book in it with Hogan's Heroes.
And listening to the Monkees.
Yeah.
Hey, we're the Monkees. I'm telling you, man. We had a great childhood, Aaron.
We did.
Yes,
we did. No doubt.
Yeah, we did. Cartoons were good back then. Scooby-Doo was classics. You know, that's when cartoons were cartoons, man.
Well, that's right. And that's when our screen time was watching things like that versus TikTok, right?
Yeah, I would rather watch Scooby-Doo and Hong Kong Phooey and what was the other one I used to watch all the time? Yogi Bear. I mean, I would rather watch all that than watch TikTok any day.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how's things at Bass Edge doing?
Doing well. Doing well. I think one of the positive things with kind of the changing of the world that we've lived in the last couple of years, it's gotten people out in the outdoors, and that's the ultimate goal. And certainly with Bass Edge, the uptick in listeners in that, and thanks to like your program for helping us get the word out, has done very well. But we're rocking and rolling. So we're seeing record numbers there, and then also just with the high school and the college fishing now, the kayaks. I mean, there's just so many things just even beyond kind of the competitive level of bass fishing that we're very excited about.
You know, it's amazing to me how, I mean, the silver lining of the pandemic, Aaron, I've been saying this for the last couple of years, has been the uptick of people fishing and hunting out there in the outdoors for the very first time, or getting people that quit doing it back into it because it was an activity that they could feel safe and getting outdoors, and they could get out of the house and still enjoy themselves. That's the silver lining that I see out of all this mess. And
I would agree.
And the only downsides to it is you can't find anything anymore. Everything's sold out.
I know. I was talking with one of our good friends. They're a dual bait company, and skirt material right now is just really, really hard to come by. That predominantly comes out of two factories, and the supply chain issues and everything else. But at least from our perspective, you can catch a bass several different ways. In the hunting realm, it's probably a little more difficult because if you don't have arrows, bullets, or BBs to make shotgun shells, it becomes a little more difficult. So
yeah. Well, that's just it. I mean, nobody can find primers anymore. I mean, you got people reloading. They can't. It's hard to find some powder or the primers to do that. And I don't know how many emails I got right before shotgun season because people were panicking because they couldn't find rifle deer slugs. Yeah, and it's like, yes. I told you back in July, you better get on it now. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble come December.
Yeah, for sure. And I know the same thing was like for dove season and then duck season and everything else. So, interesting times on that respect.
One of the things that I do, I bought a brand new boat back in January or February of last year. And, man, I tell you, things have went up dramatically as far as the price on stuff. But I ended up, and I think I told you, but I found out I had cancer back in July or August. So the doctor told me, he goes, you're going to have to limit your stuff in the sun. And I said, well, he goes, what do you do in that? And I said, well, I'm in a tree all the time in the fall. He goes, what are you doing, fishing? And I go, yeah. And he goes, well, I would suggest you give up one or the other so you're not in the sun constantly all year. And so I sold my boat. And I got almost as much as I paid for it. I mean, that's what I
was going to say. The market is record.
Yeah. I mean, I took it out 3 times, and I pretty much got what I paid for it. So yeah,
and that is on one hand, business people, and we like to see that with the economy, doing well. But prices have definitely went up with the inflation and everything else, which does, kind of, I guess, create a barrier, for entry, especially because that's something that I'm always, just aware of. Like you and I grew up, at least I did. We've had this discussion before of riding a bike with a 2-piece pole and whatever I could put in my back pocket on a little tackle box to go to a river or the ponds that, in the area to fish for whatever would bite the end of my line. But you start getting into some of these other things, these bigger purchases, with boats and motors and vehicles, and just to get on the water is quite expensive. And, I think that for the next generation of introduction into the sport, those are going to be some challenges, that I do see, that does lie out there. I just picked up, matter of fact, as soon as we get done with this interview, I'm kind of submerge myself in the middle of my boat, getting it organized. Just got the new Nitro 21 XL in with a completely different layout. So the tackle storage on the inside has been revamped. And although I like it, I'm kind of that guy that has my system of where everything goes. And so I'm going to be working on my tackle storage system, kind of going through inventory. It's supposed to snow and sleet and rain here today. So it's going to be a good day just to hunker down in the garage and get some of that done.
Yeah, I get to go sit in that, so thank you. Yeah, hey,
thinking about you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Neil, Nathan, Travis, good morning, everybody on Facebook Live. Thanks for watching us. So now, do you run Powerpulls and all that stuff?
I do. I do. I've ran Powerpulls for, I don't even know, 12, 15 years, ever since they came out. And of course, those are the staples. Most people think of those as shallow water anchor system of just being able to anchor down when you're culling fish or when you're in a shallow water area to stay off the trolling motor. One of the things that, that I like to also use them for is like, take a lake that has a lot of docks, like Lake of the Ozarks. You can lower those down about quarter to halfway and keeps your boat from banging into the docks. The other thing is, when you're fishing with the wind, you get those days, like today is supposed to have 35-mile-an-hour winds here. You're fishing a bank and throwing a crankbait. It kind of wears your trolling motor and your batteries, so you go with the wind. You can lower those down and slow your drift down. So that's another thing that often use those for. And it's funny, Dan, when I go to the gas station to get gas, I can't tell you how many times that, people say, hey, what are those for? I'm like, well, in baseball, they shoot off rockets when somebody hits a home run. That's my rocket launchers for when I catch a fish, So anyway.
Yeah. It's amazing before those came out, people used to just use drift socks,
That's right.
And those, people got tired of getting all those tangled up and everything all the time. And then that's when the Powerpulls came in, and it's amazing to see the evolution of fishing and fishing boats and some of the stuff. I mean, some of that stuff now compared to where, Aaron, I don't even know. I can't remember. I'll be 58, but I think you and I are pretty close to the same age. I think I'm a little older than you are.
You're a little bit older. I'm 48 going on 49, but we're still in that same.
Oh, you're not. Are you really only 48?
I am. I know. I don't look it.
No, you look like 60, man. What? You poor boy, man.
I know. It's because I'm so stressed trying to catch a fish all the time.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you. It's amazing. I mean, I can remember the old wood seat V-holes and the outboards, and we were playing the old Ham's beer commercials and stuff on the show earlier today. I was doing some research last night on YouTube looking at vintage radio and TV commercials. And, man, the old Evinrude commercials and stuff, I mean, the old two-strokes. Yeah. When those things came out, those were, everybody, they thought they were rich when they got those things. They were state-of-the-art.
Well, that's right. And, it's hard to believe that, Evinrude, Johnson no longer even exist anymore. They're they're not around. And
yeah.
It's hard to believe. And, you talk about the migration and the evolution of technology and things that's changing. I mean, you look at this, like the forward-facing sonar, finally 3 years ago, running Garmin's went to the forward-facing sonar, which is where you're allowed, it goes on your trolling motor, and you could sit there and in real-time live scan. It's almost literally like having, a camera down there. And it's.
Are you talking about the live scope?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that on my boat. That's amazing. And I was up walleye fishing up at Lake Winnebagosh with it, and man, I mean, you can literally see the fish
come up and grab your lure, and I mean, you can see them swimming on the bottom, and that Panoptic is really, really crazy. I mean, it doesn't guarantee you're going to get to catch them, but I mean, Aaron, they're so detailed, I could actually see the walleye give me the fin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you can, when you get them dialed in, you can really start to tell what kind of species they are and the size. And you know, my thing was, it's like, just like, I got tired of getting beat by somebody who had it. So it's a worthy, you know, tool, I guess, but it's kind of like deer cameras. You also realize how many fish you go past, but I can tell you there's been numerous times, that I've benefited from those, you know, especially getting on lakes to where throwing a swim bait or, you know, fishing over submerged trees, and you can see the fish setting in top of those trees, and you no longer have to go over, run over top of those areas or side scan with your big motor. You just pull up. You can kind of be stealth coming in there, and really provides a great benefit.
Yeah. Now, see, I didn't put mine on. I actually had the spot lock. I had the Minn Kota spot lock. With the auto, and I didn't put my transducer on that. I actually got a side pole mount.
Yes.
And that way I could run my trolling motor, and I could still see the live scope, and where if you got it on the trolling motor, it can disrupt it a little bit.
That's correct.
That's correct. So I rigged it with a side pole, because then I could go, if I was by myself, I could move that up and forward or back, depending on where I was sitting when I was fishing. But
yeah.
Man, you know, and there's some states that are looking at outlawing those now. Have you heard that?
I have not. It you know, not surprising, but yeah, I had not heard that. I had not.
You know, it's amazing to me. I was talking to some people the other day. There's Utah, Arizona, Nevada, I think Colorado are all. I know Arizona, Utah, and Nevada have already outlawed cellular cameras, where you go put your trail cameras out that you get a picture to your phone. They've outlawed them. They had some problems with outfitters and some other people. They were putting those out on water holes for elk and stuff, and they were selling the coordinates to those. So they said we're not going to have you do that. So they flat out outlawed them. And there's other states. It just seems to me, whenever you come up with something that I think is a really great idea or a technology, you're always going to have the people that are going to abuse it. I mean, it doesn't matter, no matter what it is, what you're doing for a living. There's always going to be that 1% that's got to ruin it for a lot of people.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, Dan, we faced that in the fishing side with what was called the umbrella rig.
Oh yeah,
known as the rig.
Yeah, Alabama rig and all that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And the what we have noticed since then is fish become conditioned to that. So it's at first when something comes out, you can really capitalize. But then over time, what we saw in that respect was that it's not just going out there making a cast anymore, and they've become conditioned. And I think talking with a lot of my fellow co-anglers in that, one of the things that, this forward-facing sonar like the Panoptics through Garmin and that has done is it's really taken the pressure off of the shallow water fishing, the old school power fishing, and so you're seeing a lot of these guys that's setting out and fishing the deeper stuff, which is putting the pressure there, but it's leaving the shallow water fishing kind of as the uncharted territory now. So we're seeing even kind of a shift there. So it's just interesting keeping up with a lot of these things.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever heard of Ralph DiMartino?
I have not.
Ralph DiMartino is the pavement king of New York. If you ever need to have a pavement job done at your mansion, you need to call DiMartino Paving in New York. He'll fly out there and do it for you. I mean, he's the paving person for the famous. What was that called? What was that show? The Rich and the Famous or whatever?
Yeah,
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. The Aaron Martins of the world. That's Ralph DiMartino, man. Quality guy.
Okay.
And Michael Waters is watching us on Facebook Live right now. He wants to know, do you think live scopes should be allowed in tournaments?
Yes. I mean, it is allowed. I do not make the rules of tournaments. And if you look at whether it's BASS or Major League Fishing or some of the team tournaments and that, right now, let's be honest, there's a lot of money that these companies have, like Garmin and Lowrance and that, in that technology and that development. And that's just going to be where it's at for right now. But yes, to answer his question, that's kind of why I broke down and had to get one. It's just because, like I said earlier,
you got to keep up with the competition.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. You know, and I don't know how they would. I mean, I could see where they could outlaw it in a tournament, but I don't know how they would outlaw it for the public using it. Like I said, it does help you find fish, but it doesn't guarantee. You're not guaranteed that they're going to bite. I mean,
not at all.
You still got to get them to bite.
That's right. That's right. And one of the things that it has done is the power requirements now. Because if you're running a live scope on the Garmin and that, it is. I mean, it's really pulling on your batteries. For instance, I run 4 size 31 AGM batteries, and now with this lithium technology and that, and one of the things with running 4 graphs, and I run a spot lock trolling motor as well, and then you've got the Powerpulls and your live wells and aerators, and then of course my Nitro has a fan to keep humidity down so all your hooks don't rust. You start running all of that, and then you really get into situations to where you're challenging your power system. So,
wait a minute, Aaron. Yeah. Go back there for a second. Did you just say that your boat has a fan in your rod wells to keep your hooks from rusting?
Yes. So.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
No, it is ducted. It has a duct system in it with a fan to keep the air moving because of the humidity. It's you get that humidity going, or you're fishing in the rain. It's to keep everything that mold from when you pull your rods out, so your rod handles aren't full of mold and that. I didn't come up with it. I just
I just hope that your butler, that you take care of your butler on the holidays. That's all. I hope Jeeves is taken care of.
That's right. They have not come up with a fishing caddy yet, like in golf. So
the typical morning at Aaron Martin's house. Sir, will you be dripping or will you be casting today?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, hang on. I got to hit a real quick break. Can you hold through?
Sure.
All right. We're visiting with Aaron Martin from Bass Edge. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of bear.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial Rv Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Nye, agent at 515-964-7575
Blue Patch, I can't afford to buy him dinner. I'm broke.
today.
I can't even afford an exhaust fan on my boat.
American Family Life Insurance Company,
I don't have a
6000
boat.
American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Game Hide.
Is that on our list?
Elimitic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and...
I did. I had to sell it, Jeff.
It is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit GameHide.
I sold it in September.
As we head to the field
this hunting season, you need to
got to use it 3 times.
Activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember to have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go into the field.
I cried a little bit.
Materials,
had a tear come down.
Antibiotic ointment, and items that could be used as a splint if needed. Plus a muzzle. Even friendly dogs will bite if they're in pain. Please make sure your pet is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure he/she is healthy enough to go hunting. Always provide your pet with protection from the elements, and this includes a high-quality pet carrier on trips, a blaze orange hunting vest, which makes your pet more visible and provides protection from the bush as he or she runs through. Be careful and have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 511-9865-PET. Westfield Veterinary Hospital, for the life of your pet.
Hello,
morning, Derek.
This is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors
Morning,
Dan
Ken.
on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
I wake up in the morning in this great blue state, golden fingers.
10 o'clock, Derek. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. My guest is Aaron Martin from Bass Edge, and we're talking a little fishing this morning. So, how do you keep all that stuff running with that exhaust fan and all that stuff, I asked?
Yeah, that is the challenge. So, matter of fact, just this year we switched over to, normally, previously was running just a 4-bank charger, which what that means, you get back to the hotel or your place of an evening and you plug it in. Now, went to Powerpull, came out with a new product called the Powerpull Charge, and it's a smart charger. And basically what it does, you can loop it, there's an app on your phone, and you can monitor throughout the course of the day of where your battery level is, and then switch which battery is getting attention from the charging system. So essentially what that means, when you're running the big motor, so I run a Mercury 250 XS, then while the motor is running, it's creating a charge, it's pulling that charge, and then you can distribute that charge across the 4 batteries, but then also prioritize, which batteries are receiving that charge, which one's low, and then also switch, charging amongst the 4 batteries. So the ones that, let's say, my 4 Garmin's are running off of, I can make sure that those are getting the priority of charge, and it's been a world of difference, Dan, because like what we were alluding to earlier, just when you're running that live scope, there's just such a draw on the battery power.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I was really impressed with Garmin Electronics. I had to go and watch like 20,000 YouTube things to learn how to run them. But once I got them set up, I mean, that touchscreen application, I mean, you could fine tune or enhance the settings. And when I was out on the water, like when I was walleye fishing, and I was using just soft plastics and stuff, I could actually see those points or those sandbars where those fish were stacked up. And I mean, I could sit there and just just touch the sensitivity a little bit. And man, I could really, really see those fish laying there. I mean, it's not just a little curve. I mean, I could see the fish.
That's right.
And they really made it easy. That Echo Map system, I don't know which one you were running. I was running the 10-inch Echo Map. I think it was 10-inch. But I had that on the dash on my steering column, and then I had the 7-inch on my steering column, and then I had the 10-inch on the front of the boat, the bow, where I had my trolling motor. But that really made it easy to watch my live scope. And I had the splitter running between the front and the back, so I could see both the graphs. I could see the live scope monitor.
That's right. Yeah, and you know, they come out of the factory, just the factory settings. They're set just pretty user friendly. But like you said, when you start, you know, making those little tweaks and enhancements to it, man, you can really zero into, like we mentioned before, to seeing the fins and really kind of determining almost the species just about.
Yeah.
And once the more you mess with it, the better that it just takes, like anything else, takes practice.
Yeah, and that brown or tan bronze color, that was my favorite. The versus the blue or the green. Yep. I could see more detail with that amber color.
Yes, yeah, and it's a little better for the kind of the bright sunny days as well.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that system. It was awesome. So, how did you get in this mess?
Wow. So the short answer, just because of time limitations, but grew up on a small farm there in East Central Missouri, and like I had mentioned before, they're close to the Burbus River, and we had ponds that were stocked and that, and just kind of started that road with whatever would bite the end of my line. That kind of then migrated into, we would take a crappie trip down to Table Rock Lake and fish with one of my dad's salesmen. And one night we decided, he's like, hey, you want to go out and fish night fishing for bass? And this was always in April, or somewhere around the first full moon of April, and we did that and went out and threw bucktail jigs on the ledges and caught bass. I'm like, what in the world are we chasing crappie for? So that was kind of my first introduction into the bass world, and then joined a club in Owensville, Missouri, and fished out of the back of the boat, and just kind of started working my way up from there and trying to improve my skill set, and fished as an amateur out of the back of the boat for BFLs and Central Pro-Am and just various organizations, and then finally made the switch over, and kind of the rest is history. So that's kind of the bass fishing, I guess, realm, and then Bass Edge came about on or around 2005. Just got to chatting with an individual who was in production, did some work in the NFL, and was wanting to get into the outdoor programming. And I gave him my thoughts, and I said, we've got to get it to where it's about education and showing the viewer or telling the listener of how they can improve their skill set. And they liked it, and they came back and said, hey, would you mind kind of leading the charge? And so the rest is history. So very, very fortunate on kind of a long story to get there, but yeah, that's how it came about.
I used to go swimming in the Burbus when I was little.
Yeah.
I'm serious. We had a non-working farm over on the other side of Union, Missouri, down by I've been gone so long now. What was that called? Villa Ridge? Down in Villa Ridge, where the old red barn, the Twin Bridges. That's what it was called.
Bridges, right?
The Twin Bridges. We had a farm up on Shawneetown Ford Road. I'll never forget that. And I used to go down to the Burbus all the time and fish the ripples and go swimming down there almost every other day.
Yeah, phenomenal smallmouth fishery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was good, man. I used to catch a lot of flatheads and smallies in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Now you're going to make me cry. Yeah. That was something else, man. That was something else. You talk about that, and then you go to where we are now, where people are paying $300 for a swim bait.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
It is, Dan, that is almost it's kind of like a underground cult, because these individuals, I just got a text a couple days ago from some guys that, this thing has exploded, and these are handmade, baits, and there's various ones out there. I know that KGBs are ones that have patents, and the guy's been working on those since 2006. Mm-hmm. But, $250, $300, $500 for swim baits. I mean, they're works of art, and they look great, but I don't know about you. I'm going to be hard-pressed to tie anything that's, $300 or $400, $500 on the end of my line and start chucking it out there trying to catch a bass.
Do you know how many times I've had that stupid red dog lure retriever on rope trying to get my crankbaits back because I'm snagged all the time?
That's right. And, I get all bent out of shape going after a $25 custom painted wiggle wart.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I have to have a diver in the boat with me.
Yeah, that's almost another thing too. I've got like 6 or 7 original wiggle-warts.
Yes.
And I've got them, and I don't even take them on the water. I keep them at home because you cannot find them anymore.
No.
And I'm sorry, but when they took that original wiggle-wart and they sold the company, and they came out, it does not have the same presentation as the old ones.
It does not hunt like the new ones do.
No.
And Rock Crawler now has came out, which dives a little deeper, has a little different action. Those are very effective, I think, kind of getting back to that old way that the original wiggle-warts that you speak of do. But yeah, the back on the swim baits, that's just very interesting. And the interesting thing is most of those are not being purchased from my understanding by guys that are fishing tournaments. A lot of them are from guys in kayaks or trolling motor applications that they want to go and catch the biggest bass in the particular body of water or pond or what have you, whether it's out in California or things like that. But it's guys that are just trophy hunting. And
you're talking about the swim baits now.
Swim baits, yeah. I went back to the swim baits.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's because they're out there with them. What are they, 19 inches long now?
It's like throwing a tennis shoe.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Fishing Dave wants to know what lure you like to use in a weedy pond.
If the season is right, I'm going to go with topwater all day, every day. Just because I like topwater, I like the visual interaction. But staying above, if you can get them to come up and the water temperature is right. If you don't have that scenario, I'm going to be going to either punching more vertical presentations where I'm trying to hit those holes like a heavier jig, and letting it crash down through the hydrilla or whatever the type of vegetation it is that you're fishing. But you can also get away with kind of just the old school, stick bait like a Cinco with a weight on it and kind of letting it come right down in front of your weed line or again in those holes. And you can also rig it, kind of weightless like a fluke and throw it out there and just twitch it. And when it hits the hole, let it sink for a more subtle presentation. So those would probably be my top 3.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on the Cincos. Let's see, Michael, tell her I said hi. Michael said his wife was from the Union, Missouri area.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, there you go. And then, hey, good morning, Mason. Good to see you. So, but I don't know. I tell you, I still like shad wraps or rapalas, rattle traps. Those are still 3 of my favorite baits.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from the moving and kind of in that lateral because you can cover so much water, right? And I like the percentage style of fishing once you get dialed in and using the moving baits for a search bait. Then you can always slow down in those areas to where you're getting some response, right? Because let's face it, most of bass fishing is a reaction style, that they're responding to. So you can always come back and then go more bottom focused or slow down and concentrate on those areas. But yeah, I'm with you. I do really like, I've gotten into kind of the swim baits, not the expensive swim baits like we just mentioned, but like a Kitech with the paddle tail, a 4.8 on just a, quarter ounce head. And they're just so versatile throughout the time of the year that that's a lot of fun as well.
Oh, I like paddle tail, soft tail paddle tails. I think they got a good presentation in the water. Michael Waters says he still uses wooden. He likes Lazy Ikes. Lazy Ikes is a great lure. And you know what's really cool about Lazy Ikes? There's so many people that are not fishing with those anymore. The fish aren't used to seeing them.
Totally.
I mean, you'd be shocked how many fish you can catch on that because it's something different.
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about before. Fish become conditioned, and then everybody migrates towards what's being talked about on social media. And then, it's like the old rubber worm. I've thrown I've caught more fish growing up on a motor oil plastic worm, but yet, when was the last time I threw it?
Yeah.
Threw it. That's the nature of the beast that we kind of create our own monster.
Yeah. Then you get the old whopper plopper out there.
Whopper plopper is definitely, it's definitely been in the spotlight the last few years, and I will tell you, it is an effective bait.
Yeah. I just like saying whopper plopper. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, and I will, you know, you and I have known each other for a while, and I've always appreciated you, and a few years ago, you asked me to come over and do some stuff on Bass Edge, and I was very humbled and honored when you asked me to do that, so I'll never forget that, so thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You are certainly a very big part of the backbone of Bass Edge, and certainly appreciate all you've done, and the partnership is fantastic. So,
well, I love having you on the network. So, thank you for that, and tell the guys thank you. It's very, very, very good information and content, and I'm hoping that you guys will be there as long as I'm on the air. So,
absolutely, and congratulations on the new network.
Well, I appreciate that. And hey, we got some Bass Edge. We're going to have some swag we'll be giving away. So we'll be drawing a lucky winner on that here in a few weeks, and then Aaron's going to send you a nice little box. So Aaron, thanks for doing that too, pal.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
All right. If you need anything, you let me know. And if someone wants to find out more about Bass Edge, besides going to the Outdoor Call Radio Network, where can they go?
Go to bassedge.com, or certainly on social media, the Twitter to Facebook, also Instagram. So, but yeah, certainly bassedge.com is a simple way to do that.
And are you on YouTube at all? You doing?
Yes, yeah, we're on all the stuff, Spotify, all that. You know, I'm again showing my age and date, but yeah, somebody else takes care of all that stuff.
Are you a talk ticker too?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I'm not talk ticking. You'll never see me on talk tick.
Yes.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, Aaron, you be good, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. There he goes, Aaron Martin. Good fella right there. All right, we'll be back. We're late for a break right here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach to helping you to get through.
Didn't know you could talk that long, did you?
Relationships and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one
sessions. You did good, and actually a lot of good comments. So thanks for doing that.
On how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life.
Yeah, if you got time this summer, we'll get you on late spring and summer, and yeah, well, I'll try and get you on both shows a couple times. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to email me. Okay.
5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at New
No, just if you could just ask people just to keep downloading the app and they listen to us on there. That's all. That would be more help than anything right now, just helping it grow. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, buddy.
Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh hop flavors like caramel apple, kettle.
You're welcome, Dave.
Jalapeno cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin, or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event.
Come back with Smoking Joe.
Especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special.
Man, I had so many clothes on yesterday. I couldn't hardly move. I was like a Michelin tire guy. I had insulated bibs on, hunting pants under that, my base layer, and I was still cold.
If bow hunting or
like,
archery is your passion, get to
I couldn't hardly move.
and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations. They have the experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on
I gotta quit waking up at 3:30, man.
techniques and are experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range.
Man, I get, it's like I just paid my CenturyLink bill and I get a thing. Your CenturyLink bill is available. I just paid that. I mean, they don't waste no moss on that one, do they?
Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona.
Well, I ain't got no choice. They got the best bandwidth.
For more information,
So,
go to
I mean, I got over a gig.
Call 515-265-6500.
Well, you probably don't have them out there, do you?
Do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by
They're
washing your
not
clothes
cheap.
with Lethal Products
But
scent-free
I had to do it for that
providing a
DSL
layer of
line.
protection to avoid their noses. The next step is taking a scent-free shower.
Yeah, they're definitely
shampoo
not
and body
cheap.
wash and deodorant. Then spraying down when you get to your hunting area with Lethal Products Field and Dirt Cover Sprays. If you do this system, your encounters will go way up while hunting big game, keeping your stink to a minimum. Lethal Products also feature field body wipes that you can use to wipe down after walking into the tree on warmer days or emergencies in the field. Lethal Products also provides protection from little pests like ticks and mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent.
Paula, go on Alexa on your computer on your login, and then go look in the skills part of it, okay? And look under music and entertainment, I think it is. Just type in T8 the Outdoor Call Radio, and you should be able to download it real easy. But you got to do it through the Alexa website. Log into your account and do it that way, hon. That's the best way to do it if you're having trouble.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman
He's
here.
over there whining and I'm being hard on him.
In Deer Feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer.
Not yet, Brad. It'll be we'll have the Saturday show on the app starting at the end of March. Okay. So we needed to give it a little more time before we moved off of ESPN over there. So it's about the end of March. But you can the Wednesday show is going to be live at 5 o'clock. You can listen to that on the app.
Gonna take you for a ride in my brand new car.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Brad just asked me if the show was on the app, and this morning, and it's not. The live show is not on the app yet on Saturdays. Okay, we've got segments of the show that's from past shows on there on Saturdays, but when we won't be live on the app on Saturdays until the first Saturday in April. Okay, because we needed to give people more time, and Andrew and I are still working some stuff out on the technical issue. But Brad, that's what's going on. But the brand new Wednesday show, the Wednesday Drive, is only available on the app. So if you want to listen to the new show from 5 to 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, you got to get the app, Brad. So you can listen to us on Wednesdays 5 to 6, okay? All right, speaking of live, we got somebody that's almost alive, Smoking Joe Smeltzer. How you doing? Hi there, Joey.
Your phone cut out. What did you call me?
I said almost alive.
Oh, almost alive. I'm alive.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you working today?
I am working today.
I haven't heard from Munson in like a month. Where's he? Is he off or what?
You know, I crossed paths with him with a customer the other day. I was showing the customer a vehicle, and he walked by. So it's like seeing a Sasquatch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got a better chance of seeing Bigfoot than you do Randy Munson.
You do.
Yeah.
So I did see him. So I think it was him, actually. I kind of forgot what he looks like now that I think about it.
Yeah,
so
that's all right.
It's been so long.
Yeah. I got a shirt at home that says Sasquatch saw me, but nobody believes him. Yeah,
I've never seen you wear it.
I haven't worn. Well, it's because I'm wearing hoodies all the time. You can't see what kind of T-shirt.
Bear some skin here.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, I'm still getting grief of the video I did of me taking a shower with the lethal body wash.
That was too much skin.
Yeah, my wife walks into
rated R.
Yeah, my wife walks into the bathroom and I've got the phone camera up and I'm sitting here. I got the shower curtain half open and I'm saying, hey folks, I just want you to know that I don't go into the woods without taking a shower with lethal body wash. And she goes, oh my God, what are you doing? And I said, I'm doing my job. I'm promoting lethal. She goes, I go, why? What's the matter? She goes, well, I didn't know what you were doing. I go, Jenny, who is going to want to see me without clothes on? And come on, nobody. I'm showing people that I actually use this on YouTube, on taking a shower with it.
You're being, yeah.
Yeah.
I kept trying to find a camouflage shower cap, and I couldn't find one.
Representing the brand.
You got to promote the products, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
keeps you in business.
I don't tell folks. I don't tell you to do something unless I do it myself.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I think Jenny's still traumatized by that. So.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah. Hey, you could only see me from like the chest up.
That's all we needed.
That doesn't matter. That was too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Styling and profiling with my lethal body wash.
And then you put that, and then you just kind of recreate that picture in my head right now. I mean, it's been months since I've been able to sleep, and it's been months again.
That's all right. That lethal stuff is so good. When I put it in my hair, I go, woo! It invigorates you. Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Well, thank you. So, what's going on at the Rock, man? Are you selling anything?
Yeah, we're getting a few more trucks, and we've gotten a couple of truckloads this week of Silverados that are available. We do have some half tons that are available.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know this usually happens like when you buy a truck, but they do have 0% out for 48 months on new half tons right now.
Well, that's exciting.
And 0.9% for 60 months and 1.9 for 72 months. So there is some inventory out there to work with, and there's more coming in. It's still kind of moving slow in certain areas, but there is some inventory coming in, and there's some good incentives and offers out there to start the year off. So it's going well. So
yep. All right. Well, I was just out there and got an oil change. I was there at 6:01 in the morning, and they were packed.
Was that today or yesterday? I can't remember.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. That's
yeah.
Right. Okay.
I got there, and I was like, normally if I get there, I know. Thank you. I know, 8 minutes, I know. There's only, Andrew's over here writing on a whiteboard. You got 8 minutes left. I know, I can see the clock. Yeah. It's just like normally if I get there at 6 in the morning, there's nobody there. I can get right in and out, but yesterday you guys were busy.
Good.
Yeah.
And I was looking for the donuts, but I didn't see any. So.
Yeah, that's all right. I didn't have any with me.
That's because he's got them here now.
Yeah, I brought Andrew donuts today.
Finally, he ponied up for some donuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know where we work at, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
All right. All right, I got to go. Where can they find you?
1101 Southeast Oil Labor at the Rock. I appreciate it, and you guys have a great week.
Thanks, Joe. We'll have you on back at regular time next time.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
There goes Smoking Joe Smeltzer. Let's see. You got time to... Okay, we're going to take a break and come back with What's Your Beef right here on 1350 ESPN.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the field. They're extremely lightweight, durable, and easy to pack.
Just have the music ready.
Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm, Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm.
I need a caffeine IV today. I'm telling you.
Or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle Consumer Pro video and perform quietly in the field. You can even custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out fourtharrowcameraarms.com. Outdoors Dan approved.
Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that, buddy. Hey, and there's contests going. The phrase that pays. We're giving away something every week, so make sure you check that out, Brad. And please tell your buddies.
Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-60.
Good morning, Parker. How you doing, bud? Happy New Year.
Every spring it happens. You can't wait to hear those first first gobbles. The trick to getting him is sounding as sweet as that.
Yeah, it'll be a little nicer in the blind today, Brad.
Spurs Up is a call company.
Last 2 days have been miserable.
Spurs Up crafts each beautiful cherry, walnut, or zebra wood call by hand. Their single wagon design has one friction surface for those who want to run just one sound. Our double and mini wagon wheel designs offer 2 surfaces for you to run, including glass, slate, crystal, copper, or aluminum. These calls go from excited yelp and cuts to contentment calls like bursts
taking
in
a nap?
split second. Each call we make is crafted to a different pitch or sound. The single and double wagon wheels have a great rasp sound. The mini wagon calls have a higher raspy pitch. And their little lady walnut box call is one you will want in your arsenal. Spurs Up Calls is a family call business that knows the little things.
I hear you, Jeff. They're good food down here. Did you get my frozen waffle?
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure
Riley,
Whitetail?
I just gave her a frozen waffle when she was teething.
Deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will
Yeah, when they can't talk, man, and they can't tell you what's hurting, it's horrible.
Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail.
Morning, Stewie. Happy New Year, bud.
Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call with Outdoors Dan here on 1350 ESPN. We got time to do the What's Your Beef segment real quick. All right, there you go. Hey, real quick, the Iowa Deer Classic is coming in March, so get ready for that. The Beast Feast is Saturday, February 19th at Stony Creek Inn in Johnston. We got a whole bunch of stuff to give away, and including a Honda ATV. So all 100% of the proceeds will go to the Family Cancer Network. The What's Your Beef deal is from Sally Anderson of Des Moines this week. She wants to know, why do does always seem to bust me when I'm calling from our tower blind? Thanks for the show, Dan. We listen every week. We love the new network, especially the cooking. Thank you, Sally. Sally, does are smart. I've said they were some of the smartest critters in the woods, and I'll stand by that. Don't feel like the Lone Ranger. I got picked off by one the other day myself. Hey, What's Your Beef is brought to you by Darren Islander, American Family Insurance in Ankeny. Thank you, Elvis. And thank you, Sally, for the email. Just go to the outdoorcallradio.com. If you want to shoot me a beef, just look for the mailbox. And that's going to wrap it up for this week. We'll see you later. Have a great day. And don't forget to get that app. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Everyone that goes outdoors needs
that went quick.
One partner that is very important is a good night.
Thanks, everybody. Stay warm and safe out there. Let me know how you're doing. And hopefully we'll see you or talk to you on Wednesday on the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call Radio app. We'll see you 5 to 6. Till then, have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. Thanks, everybody.
Stay in your hand and not slip, and the blades are made with